In a time where people are comparing fictional heroes and villains to politicians, and debates are sparking over what parties a character would have been a part of, one debate has caught my attention, and that is the debate over whether Captain America would identify as a liberal or conservative. And to me, he identifies as neither. Rather, he would identify as a libertarian, and here's my reasoning. Captain America, from the moment he was created in the comics and real life, was designed to be the heart and soul of the United States of America. In other words, he is a true patriot to his country, and with that, he would have carried the same ideas of freedom that our forefathers would have, and he has shown many times in the comics to do so. He originally was a super soldier made to bitch slap the Third Reich out of power, for they were hell-bent on controlling the whole world and stripping humanity of the freedoms it deserves. From his personal experience, he would know very well what a fascist and Nazi are and places himself completely opposite from them. When referring to the Civil War within the comics, a fight had occurred between Captain America and Iron Man. Captain America fought against the idea of government having control over something as powerful as the Avengers out of fear that it would turn the government tyrannical. Through this, he has shown a demand for limited government. He feels no power should be able to threaten one's way of life, whether it is a supervillain or something as common as our very own government. Tony Stark in Avengers 2 also said that he was trying to attain, quote, peace in our time, which is notably the same phrase used by Neville Chamberlain when he was attempting to appease Hitler. It all points to the fact that Tony is willing to make all sorts of sacrifices on the altar of the greater good, and that those sacrifices are never really worth it. Along with that, Captain America on many occasions discussed how freedom of speech shall always be protected, regardless of how horrible the person speaking is. Based on how the left is now labeling things as hate speech and trying to ban them as a whole, Captain America would have stood up and fought not for the Nazis or fascists, but for their right to speak. Sound familiar? It should. Along with Captain America having a strong love for the Constitution, he also believes everyone should have overall individual freedoms to make their own decisions. Things such as drugs, prostitution, gay marriage, etc. would all be things that the Cap would have permitted as long as it did not harm others. And these are also things that the Conservative Party has been fighting against legalizing to this day. Why should a government have a final say in whether you are allowed to smoke weed or get married to your homosexual lover? They shouldn't, and Captain America would have tried to stop it. In the end, it may be somewhat foolish for me to be discussing something about a fictional character, but for people to have a debate over the image of the United States, I felt I should pitch in. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions or opinions, feel free to write them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.